Okay, fedt nok. Det virker, tror jeg. Der er ikke nogen på. Altså det er jo altid sådan lidt spændende, ikke? Fordi jeg troede, jeg skulle gøre det her på Instagram, og det skulle jeg overhovedet ikke. Hvad har vi? Share screen, det vil vi ikke. Mute. Nå, men jeg tror, det kører. Så skal vi bare se, om der kommer nogen på. Men Anne! I can speak English to you. There's 2 people. Does that include me? I don't know how this works. It was supposed to be on Instagram, but apparently Instagram doesn't allow lives if you're under 1,000 followers. So I had to improvise and go on here. T, I guess you can hear me. I'm just spreading water in the hopes that people will join. Otherwise, it's just gonna be you and me, Anne, where I talk and you write. I also only think this video will be saved afterwards. I hope so, because it's hopefully going out as the Christmas ending. You understand everything! Yay! Jeg kan også godt slå over i dansk til dig, Anne. Er det bedre sådan her? Det. Øl. Den lille havfru. Vi er super meget bagud med julekalenderlys. Whoops. Har også et mere. Det er heller ikke så langt. 11 er her. How have you been, Anne? I mean, I think it's just you and me. So it's gonna be... I wish I could invite you in to talk. That would be fun. Serving dinner? Ooh, multitasking. Is that a good... I'm just gonna... I think it's because you're the only one here, so you are my top fan, number one fan. I'm just gonna take a picture and put it on Instagram. Oh, I should do this instead. Put on some colors. There we go. Oh shoot, I should have put on the link. You'll take... Oh, we have one more. Maybe they will say hi in the chat. Så skal jeg potentielt... Hey, Nana! Then we can keep on in English. I mean, it's... Nana, do you know if I can invite you guys to speak? That would be fun, so I don't sit here and speak to myself. Maybe you do. I hope you're doing well, Nana. This is a crazy idea. I really hope that people will join. It's been I'm gonna continue in English because it's just you two right now, but I'm gonna switch to Danish if more people show up. It's been crazy today and this whole week with open mics 3 days in a row and work and making the hey, more people. No, oh, Kitty, don't burn yourself. I'm getting all the international people. Funny. Say hello. I don't know what I expected from doing a live thing, but it is a little bit weird just sitting and chatting to yourself into a screen. Let's see how it goes. Have you kept up with your Christmas calendar light things? Whoa, wow. I am 4 days behind. I don't know. I feel like a deer in a headlight right now. How are you guys doing? Is it good in America? Nobody knows. Maybe it is. Woohoo! I have been home all day and I was supposed to do a lot of work on a website. I did not do that. You're doing amazing, Jenny. Nah. You've been busy. What have you been doing? I'm trying to, at work, building a website for our research project. And I don't like building websites. I think it's boring. And somehow I end up doing all the things I don't like. But it's also sort of fun being the one explaining the research to the public. So I guess that's cool. And my professor is just happy with everything that I do. Maybe I need to turn to Danish. Sig endelig hej i chatten, hvis I kommer på. Jeg kan se, der er kommet i hvert fald en mere på. Der var, flere falder fra. Det er ikke så godt. Oh, cool. Well, Anna, I don't have money to hire people, so that's gonna be difficult. But if I ever get the money, I'm happy to hire people. What are you learning about America, Nana? Or the United States, or whatever we say? But it sounds like a good time. I have been, this is a Danish reference, so this one is for you, Nana. I have been trying to make comedy about the julekalender, because apparently it is my family. So we are watching the julekalender together, Andreas and me, and already from the first few episodes I was like, this is my family, and I wasn't I hadn't realized how much we are quoting that series. It's like back in 91, they music slash comedy duo, I think, made a adult Christmas calendar for TV. So every day in December there were like 8 to 10 minutes show. Trio, sorry. And yeah, it kind of became like this cult thing that everybody watches, and we are watching it again this year, and it's old and sort of poorly made, and it's kitsch and it's fun, and they are kind of mocking both the more countryside of Denmark and the more city Copenhagen side of Denmark. And my family is a big part of the countryside of that series, and it is also and all the quotes that has become something Denmark just say. My family says that a lot. So watching that show, I was like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. It's like watching my family. And I did not realize until we rewatched this Christmas calendar thing that my family was quoting it so much. Bob, ikke? Skal vi have en kage, mand, ikke? Yeah, so that's kind of stupid. So I'm trying to make comedy on that. And I did it the first time Tuesday, where I just had the idea and I just went on stage trying to talk without a script or anything, and it went sort of okay, I think. So I hope I can make it into some real comedy. But yeah, Andreas is like, oh, every evening he's like, oh, should we watch a new episode of Your Family? And I'm like, no, it's embarrassing. It's like 90s humor. Yeah, no, it's cringe, but yeah, we're doing. Oh my god, it's hot. I'm not stripping. I have clothes on under here just so I'm not getting reported. Actually, in the Christmas calendar, and it's they use a lot of Danglish. So everything for the views. I don't know. We're 3 people on here. Maybe. I'm having hot flashes. It's just how it is getting old, and but it was actually also funny. It's the first time I've had like 3 open mics, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even though it's been incredible rough on my mental state, I've used a lot of energy on it. It's also been quite fun to see how I have progressed just over 3 days. I mean, yesterday I wasn't even nervous going on stage. I was just like, yeah, it's probably gonna go fine. And I don't think I've had that feeling before, and especially not having it going well. So, 2 people down. Is that you, Nana, and Anne? 3 people. So feel free to say hi in the chat so I know if I should turn back to Danish. Julie is also watching. Hi, Julie. She doesn't understand neither English or Danish. And I did put on the settings thing for the live that it wasn't for kids, Anne, so I'm not gonna do anything stupid that she can't watch. Hey, hi, Julie. Is she eating? I hope she is. Julie is like, what is she, 5? 5-year-old kid? Who, when you guys were in Denmark last time, she told me that lions were called boobies in, I don't know, Flemish, I think. And I, of course, believed it because I believe everything. And then I learned, I think, a year after that she was teasing me and got me to say boobies, the real English word, for a week in Copenhagen. So yeah, she's cool. Cool kid. I don't know, we are 4 people and it's only Anne in the chat and maybe Nana. Okay, but it took some time, or at least I did not understand it. I think it's funny. It's not a blame thing for you. I really think it's hilarious that I got tricked by a 4-year-old. And yeah, kids are awesome. It's Andreas was visiting some friends yesterday and he went to the, I think, kindergarten to help pick up their oldest kid. And that kid was just all amazed, like, oh, why is Andreas here? Why is he picking me up? Is he coming home for Christmas with us? And because he was playing with little cars with him and stuff. So he wanted to adopt Andreas. So yeah, kids are funny. Just not talking. I understand. Better keep quiet with the crazy Dane. But I got a thumbs up. I love that. Woohoo. I think it's crazy that we have been doing over 100 episodes of Diagnoseklubben Podcast. That is, and it's gonna continue in the new year. There are a lot of people lined up for scheduling for recording new episodes. So I expect us to do at least 2026 as well, and I am super excited about that. Maybe we should branch out to do some English episodes. That might be good. I still think it's funny. For me, baby lions and boobies will forever be connected. Yeah, we will have to figure something out, Nana. I'm also working. I can say that in here. I am working on creating a members club where there will be information about diagnosis, so like an extensions of the podcast. The podcast will still be free and stuff, but then the members club will dig a little bit deeper, and we will create like a community space, and there will be something about working on your self-esteem and self-worth feelings. And also I'm gonna add some information about craft psychology because I think it's amazing, and it's a term that is coined by a Danish psychiatrist, and it works very well with neurodivergent people because being crafty is a very good thing to help keep our brain in check and stuff. So hopefully in January, maybe early February, there will be a real club for Diagnoseklubben. Oh, that was Danglish. But yeah, it will in the new year no longer just be a name. It will actually become a club. I see either 1 or 2 more people joining. Just message in the chat if you want me to change to Danish. I am speaking English because the first few people joined is actually from other countries. Så ja, hvis der er et eller andet, så skriv i chatten, så skal jeg nok interagere lidt. Og hvis der er spørgsmål eller sådan noget, så sig endelig til. Ellers så sidder jeg bare og hyggesnakker lidt og deler random facts om græs. Okay, then someone popped off. Okay, well, as long as no one is writing in the chat, I'll just continue in English. Julie thinks it's very funny. Why is it funny, Julie? Grass facts? Yes, you can. I think I mostly have the one that I also used in some of my stand-up comedy. When I speak Danish, that's funny. Yeah, okay. Well, Danish is a crazy language. But when I worked in a company that produces grass, I learned that there is a special type of grass around the airports. And it's a grass with a special fungi in it that insects and similar small animals don't like, which means there are less birds around the airport, which is good for the flight security thing. So yay for special grass and fungi. It works a lot better in Danish. But yeah, I think it's funny. I also have a weird fact that I don't know where I read, that airplanes are, for the most part, white because white paint is less heavy than black paint. So yeah, that you also know that. And I can't give you the source of the last thing because I can't remember where I read it. So, but fun fact, woohoo! Yay, special grass! Vi er 6 people on. Så hvis I gerne vil have, at jeg snakker dansk, eller har et eller andet til chatten, eller til mig, så skriv i chatten, så slår jeg over til dansk. Jeg snakker bare engelsk lidt, fordi der startede med at være et par udenlandske mennesker på. Og så forsvinder folk. I don't know, maybe I should just do everything in English. That seems to attract more people. The settings for the video, I said it was in Danish. I don't know if YouTube gets angry at me, but probably not when it's so few people. I don't know how this works. It's the first time, and I'm for sure not gonna go all viral and crazy rich on it with 4 people, but at least we have fun, right? You do you, here to support. Thank you. I think it's amazing. So yeah, but I can also share that I have the whole Christmas Advent calendar going on email right now. Team America, woo! And it actually took a lot for me to get it out. I've wanted to do it for since forever, and I struggled a lot overcoming a lot of internal voices and insecurities and stuff. So I was supposed to do advertisement for it for 2 weeks before it went out, and I ended up doing 4 days because I was stuck in my own head. And I still managed to get a lot of subscribers for the email to get the Christmas calendar, which I'm very happy about and honored that people wanted to join in. And also it's given me a lot personally. I've realized that just over the last 11 days where it has come out as a small video every day, I have grown already, become more secure in myself, and that I actually have something of value to share with people. So I guess what I can say is that sometimes it really pays off to push yourself out of your comfort zone and do things anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's still a little bit weird for me just sitting here and talking to a screen and a chat, but I guess I just wanted to share because I'm actually kind of proud of the work that Diagnoseklubben is doing, and I am really out of my comfort zone a lot. So it pays off, but I do understand that it can be difficult if you're in a similar position. But yeah, proud of you too! Yay! Patting me on my shoulders. I think it's fun, and I really like that social media and things like that can turn into a tool to get over yourself and your previous traumas and stuff. There's so much negative talk about social media, and well, I think it's great tools. I've learned to love them. So, and I'm really, really excited about the members club that is gonna launch next year. I think it's gonna be cool. I have a dream that the whole craft psychology thing. So we will have some information about that, and then in the members club, and then there will be different small courses or events where you can learn to do different crafts or craft with other people online. Maybe we will do some physical events as well. And then I hope in the end, or after some months, we will be able to do like small exhibitions or something. That could be super cool, like the neurodivergent exhibitions of different crafts and stuff. That could be so awesome. When you come home, we gotta talk business because I could really use your wisdom. Oh, I have wisdom you can use. Yay! Yep, let's do a business talk. That will be fun. I think 2026 is gonna be a good year. I really think that Diagnoseklubben is gonna take off more, and if you're also gonna start your own little business, Nana, then that's gonna be cool as well. I think it's kind of magical to create your own work life. I mean, it ain't easy, and it's a lot more work than actually going into an office, but it's work that I decide on, which makes it easier for my brain, I think. So yeah, so I'm just gonna repeat for the newcomers. Just write in the chat also if you want me to turn back to Danish. I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna continue in English. And if you have any questions or comments, just put them in the chat. I'm not sure if when the video is saved that all the comments are there. So don't be afraid. Otherwise, I will figure it out. Getting them out if you don't want your name in there. The research job, very easy because so we were supposed to have our first PhD starting on 1st of October, but she's not starting until Monday instead. So it's just been me. And for the ones who don't know what the research job is, it is a new research project at computer science at University of Copenhagen. A 4-year grant from Novo Nordisk, where we are going to do some research on neurodiversity and inclusion and bias and gender and stuff on computer science. And we are going to have a PhD doing there's a lot of information about students at the university that we can't really use because of GDPR. But the information is there. So this PhD student is going to look into if we can build like an infrastructure where we can take the information we have and use it like in an anonymous way or something, but a way to use the information so that we can create a better study environment for the students, especially neurodivergent students. What are you doing, Kitty? There is... Okay, come here. Then we are going to have a PhD starting in February, who is going to work on the first year programming course and see if we can make exercises and the whole teaching thing more inclusive of different ways of learning. And we're going to have a postdoc there who is going to look into how we can improve what's it called? The relationship between supervisor and students. So when Kitty, Frede, woohoo! So how can we, if the student is neurodivergent and the professor is not, or the other way around, for example, how do we improve the supervision in those situations? And I'm the project manager on that project, and so far I've been the only one there together with my professor, so it's been very easy. We have worked on a paper from last time I was hired that we just submitted, and hopefully that will be approved so we can get to a conference and talk more about it. And then I'm working on a website where we will post some more information. We're going to have a literature list for both literature we make ourselves, but also literature we're using from other people. There will be events on there. We are working on a PhD course for April. Hopefully that will be approved as well. Now I have cat hair everywhere. So Neurogen Computing is the project name, and that is also the address for the website that I'm building right now. There's a little bit of information on there, but it's not complete yet. But it's amazing having a part-time job with an office space that I only have to share with one other person who doesn't start until Monday. And I can use that office like full-time, so I can sit there and do Diagnoseklubben work as well, which is kind of amazing and definitely not something you see many other places. So I am very excited about what is going to happen, and getting all the PhDs and postdoc to start as well is going to be amazing. So it's going well. Very low key right now. I'm actually trying to locate a furniture storage at the university, and apparently it's like this mythical place that a lot of people think is there, but no one knows where it is and how to get there. So classic university thing, you know that, Nana. It's like you've heard of it, but no one knows where it is. And I've been through a lot of people so far, and everybody's like, oh, when you figure out where it is and how to get access, please let us know, because we want to get some furniture for the office. We have like a corner thing where there is no couch or anything, but we could use a couch, and we want to reuse furniture instead of buying new things. And there's this mythical place to get. Yes, exactly. It's like a Harry Potter's room. Maybe one day I will find it, and then I can share with everybody how to get there. Hi, Vivian. Tak. Jeg synes også, det er mega spændende at lave det, og planen er jo, at når vi begynder at have nogle resultater og sådan noget, så skal det ud på hjemmesiden og alle mulige andre steder, så vi kan dele ud af det, så andre departments og andre universiteter og sådan noget kan tage det, vi finder ud af, og implementere det hos dem. Så det er mega spændende, og jeg glæder mig super meget til, at vi sådan rigtig kommer i gang med det. Your thoughts exactly on the Danish part or the Harry Potter's room, Anne? Men hyggeligt, du lige kigger forbi, Vivian. Det er dejligt. The Danish part, yes, you understood everything, I'm sure. And I can share that we Oh wow, I lost my train of thoughts there. So I have for a long time been very fascinated about tufting. So it's like making your own rocks, like carpet rocks thing, not the rocks on the beach. Um, the equipment is a little bit expensive and stuff, and I wanted to do something. And in an effort to cozy up the office space at the university, I was like, I can make my own rocks. I just need some equipment and stuff, and maybe the university would then pay for the materials. And then my boss was like, we can pay for everything, and then the equipment will just go to the university's makerspace afterwards. So right now I am learning to do rocks, and that is amazing. I don't have the first one I done at home because it took it into the office, because it turns out that cats think it's a perfect hobby as well. So they are sharpening their nails on the carpet thing when it's done, and that makes it ugly. So everything I make has to go out of the apartment. But it's amazing, and that's another good thing about the job thing, that they are just like, yeah, well, just do that, and then we will pay for it, because it's important that we do creative things as well. I think that's amazing. So I'm thirsty. Are you guys remembering to drink water or something else? There's this Danish rock fun band thing that is having a song number that says, remember to drink water, otherwise you die. So it's important to stay hydrated, and especially ADHD people tend to forget that. So remember to drink something, preferably not alcohol, I guess. Yeah, that's best. I wanted to share something else, I think. I love that my boyfriend is like writing me if I manage to get started. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to answer that when I'm actually sitting in the live? He's very sweet. I love him a lot. You have ginger ale. Oh, it's a long time since I have ginger ale. I am switching out the Coke for an apricot thing today. I had Coke earlier. I'm not insane. I'm not doing a detox. That's the one thing I will probably drink forever. Unless someone is gonna tell me I'm gonna die if we drink more Coca-Cola. Yeah, apricot soda. It actually says the people apricot soda. Yeah, no, I it's just once in a while I like some pineapple thing or the apricot thing. Coffee time. I actually don't like coffee, and I don't even like the smell of it, but I completely understand the need for coffee or the same type of drink. For me, it's definitely Coca-Cola. I don't know what to do without that. That's when my day starts, around 10, when I open the first cold Coca-Cola. It's actually funny. I have had a lot of coffee. I've had a lot of guests on the podcast that likes Pepsi Max, and I've seen several neurodivergent people post online that Pepsi Max is their go-to thing, and I'm like, is that a thing? Am I the weird one that goes for Coca-Cola? That's crazy, and just shows the weird connections your brain can do especially when you're neurodivergent and thoughts are firing in 1,000 ways. There's, oh, but I don't like Pepsi Max either, and I don't want to drink sodas if it's without sugar. Yeah, I know you drink diet as well. Yeah, I grew up with Coca-Cola, and it's stuck with me. But I guess a lot of things stuck. That's where my autistic side really comes through. It's with food and stuff. Sam's? Yeah, okay. But it's yeah, my artistic side really comes out when it comes to food and things to drink. It's like the things I grew up with, that is definitely my go-to. Andreas was like making frikadeller, like meatballs, that goes onto a pan and you cook them there. And I've been all day was like, oh yes, that is gonna be amazing. It's like sort of a comfort food and stuff. And then he had put in garlic and I think oregano. And where I grew up, when you make meatballs, it was salt and pepper. You don't and onions, but you don't add anything else to it. And I was not prepared, so he still mentioned this, and he's like, apparently I looked horrified when I took the first bite and was like, what did you do to the meatballs? And I have now scared him for life from trying to change or freestyle some food that I consider comfort food. Um, so yeah, it's don't mess with the food. Then he should have called it like Greek meatballs. I would have been prepared for it then. No, he didn't. I think he. Oh, I think he knows that. Yeah, he knows not to add that. If you guys have listened to, I think it's the second episode, second or third episode, Nana and I are talking about food in the podcast, and yeah, it's a funny one, and you will definitely learn that I don't like mushrooms. Okay, episode 3, it makes sense. And we also talk about square cut, the thing from back in the 90s, from the freezer thing. Yeah, it's not good, not good. I think, isn't it also in that episode, Nana, where I talk about the fancy restaurant thing where I had to where I couldn't eat the food, the scallops thing. I think it's that in that episode as well. So we were at a fancy restaurant. I had invited my boyfriend for his birthday as like a spa thing, and then we were going out to eat in the evening. And I knew there was a very high risk of getting something that I would not like. Funny, Annie. Because when you order a menu and they don't tell you what's on the menu, then the risk of getting mushrooms or scallops or something is quite high. But I was like, okay, but I will try out whatever they serve because, yeah, it's his birthday and I just wanted to try it out. But we were sitting just in front of the kitchen, and then I try out this scallop thing, and the buttery liquid thing is amazing when I bite down, and it's like, okay, this tastes really good. And then the texture came, and I couldn't swallow it, so I had to put it out in a napkin in front of the chef, and I was embarrassed. So yeah, I don't know if other people have the same thing with textures, but yeah, that's definitely also an autistic side of me. Oh, I can't even. It's not good, not good. Ah, yeah, that was a good episode. Maybe I should re-listen to some of our episodes. So yeah, the next 3 weeks, there will not be coming any new episode out of Diagnoseklubben Podcast. It's Christmas time and everybody is busy, and that means no time to record new episode. Yeah, they're very pretty though. But I mean, I think for me it depends on what you do with them. Andreas had made like a dish where he had cut them out in these weird long worm-like shapes, and then when you cook them, they become all mushy. And it literally looked like there was slimy worms in the food, and I could not get past that as well. Yeah, it's not good. Ja, så hvis nogen gerne vil have, at vi skifter til dansk, så må I bare skrive i chatten, så skifter jeg over til dansk, ellers så underholder jeg vores udenlandske venner lidt endnu på engelsk. Oh no, you couldn't choose something else? I always go for the chicken thing on flights, because that's, in my experience, the most safety one for me. It's usually, at least then the chicken is something I can eat. But of course, if you're too far back in the plane, then there might be the only thing left. Yeah. Yeah. You learn to bring your own food on planes. Or at least some snacks or something. But I'm glad you had a good trip over. Yeah. But isn't that also a very fancy thing? You take everything apart and put it together in a new way. So you can just say you upgraded your lasagna by taking it apart. What was I thinking? Oh, that's nice. Hello. Waving back. Thanks for joining in. And if you want us to change to Danish, then let us know. Yeah, I thought it was you, Anne. To Anne in the chat. Very nice. So what do you guys think about making more English episodes of the podcast? Could that be something to do in 2026? Expanding a little bit? Andreas has been talking to a lot of people who he has a lot of friends also in English-speaking friends that had been interested in the podcast and been disappointed when it was only in Danish. So I have been thinking about expanding a little bit. Yeah. I know there are some things about algorithms and stuff, but I mean, who can figure? I know the feeling. Sometimes I can't speak Danish either, Michael, so it was actually worse when I was working in Nordea, a big Nordic bank, because the company language was in English. And at the time, I had an English boyfriend, so I was speaking way more English than anything else. And that just meant I couldn't speak Danish. It was like my brain had rewired somehow. And now it's a weird mix where I do a lot of Danglish here and there. But yeah, I'm thinking, so if I write down that a goal for 2026 should be making more podcasts in English, then if you know of someone you want me to reach out to, or someone who wants to be a participant to share their story or knowledge or whatever about living with diagnosis, then feel free to send them to me, and then we will set something up. I did the 100th episode online actually, and because it wasn't a very rough story, it was a doctor who was sharing answers to some questions we had gotten beforehand. It worked well. I'm not sure it's gonna work well if it's a very personal story, and then you have video on or something. But if people are willing to do that online, then we can make something out. I guess what I'm trying to say is that since it worked very well doing it online, then that's a possibility, and will probably make it more flexible. Yeah, you kind of adapt to the people you're around, so you just switch over at some point in your brain. Does the dog react to the English thing as well as to the Danish thing? I should have brought a fidget toy instead of this pen thing. But I guess you guys don't care. Okay, so she's deaf, so she doesn't do it. You can speak whatever you want to her. That's amazing. Well, my cats pretend they're deaf, so especially one of them. Yes, for sure, it is. But I have some real fidget thing that I actually enjoy, but maybe this, yeah. I've become very aware that I like to sit with something in my hands. So yeah, it's fun. Okay, so English, I'm gonna write it down because it's soon time to do goals for 2026 anyway. Do you guys have any goals for next year? No, it's fine. I have this. So English podcast. You just want to survive. I think that's a pretty good goal. I've also heard some people write down like words instead of goals. So I don't know. It could be choosing to be more happy or whatever. Well, I have some goals on. I want to do more talks, and if I'm not gonna get invited to them, then I'm gonna plan them and host them myself. And then maybe do some more English episode of the podcast. And I'm gonna launch the members club as well. So I think 2026 is gonna be busy. Diagnoseklubben, connecting people. I can't believe that almost an hour has passed now. Me just sitting here talking to you guys. I should do this more often, I think. I think another goal for 2026 is to look into the whole YouTube setup and see what we can do there of fun stuff. It is. It's actually one of the cheaper sodas, but it's been around forever. They also have a pineapple one and a green one. The green one, I think, is it the sport thing they call it, and it tastes very well with a caramel vodka in it. You're just juice. Oh, is it my soda you mean? But yeah, there are some trolls here. Yes. You can't buy them anymore, so I can't even get you one. And the cats have gone to bed. They have been enjoying me doing the whole Christmas calendar as well. Every time I set everything up, they just sleep around, and as soon as I press record and start talking, then Frede is coming. I want to join in. Idiot cat. It's a weird collection of books on that you can see. There's all sorts of crazy things. You can kind of see that this box here is mine with the DIY thing and comedy thing. There's so many books in that cube that I haven't read that I really want to read. And I'm not putting it down as a goal because I know I have to be in the right mindset to read books. And I'm just not there right now. It's more fun spending my mental capacity on stand-up comedy and work and stuff. Actually, this December is the first time in I don't know how many years that I am busy in December. Because when I was an IT project manager, I mean, I never had anything to do in December, either because I finished my projects, because I usually finish things on time, or because it's IT, and when you work in IT and do IT projects, you're dependent on different parts of the organizations, and they are very busy up to Christmas time to close everything off for the year and all these things. So that meant that IT people couldn't really do all the things because you could not interrupt the stakeholders. So December has always been a weird month for me where all my colleagues were busy and I was not busy. And now that I am making my own work life, I am busy in December. And I enjoy it because it's things I really like to do that I'm doing. And I am poor as fuck because I don't earn a lot of money, but I am more happy than I have ever been. So hopefully the money will follow along someday so Andreas doesn't have to keep paying for everything. That wouldn't work for me either. Yeah, it's you can't schedule reading time. At least I can, and I have given up on trying. I know some people have had success with kind of forcing themselves to read a little bit before going to bed instead of scrolling on your phone, and I can see why it makes sense. But I also just know it doesn't work for me because the doom scrolling, I just transfer to the book. So when I start reading something and I find it interesting, then I continue reading and I continue finding it interesting, and I don't want to put the book down until I'm done. So yeah, I just doom reading instead and still not getting my sleep. So, and then I like to either read DIY things or DUI, or I have some books about how women are mistreated in society. And yeah, you don't want to read that before you go to bed. You just get angry and you have sort of nightmare things. Or if I don't read that, I read crime books things, and with crazy murders and stuff. And that's if you are a bit stressed out, that's not something you want to read either before going to bed, because then you just suddenly dream about murders all night, and that's not fun. Yeah, so my brain absorbs all these things very very fast. So for me, it works better watching something on TV, and that can be crime things because that for some reason doesn't really stick to my brain. Or I doom scroll weird videos on Instagram, and that works as well. I get very restless, especially in the evening, so especially in my legs and arms. And to take my mind a little bit away of it in the hopes that I can get all the restlessness out, I have to focus on something. So, yeah, doom scrolling actually works for me in these situations. And it might be that someone smarter than me will say that it's because I've gotten used to it and I'm addicted or whatever it is. But as long as it's working for me, then I don't care. I do what works. Ooh, 8 people now. So I'm gonna say write in the chat, say hi, and if you want me to turn to Danish, just let me know. Happy to switch. Do you guys do advent calendars gifts for your partners or kids or whatever? We do, and it's amazing. It's something I started for Andreas. Well, this is the third time, so 2 years ago. And I think we get up together every morning and then we open a little gift, and it's just very nice. It also means that I didn't have time. Yeah, it's nice. But I also think it means that when we get to January, because we make so much out of December and really we watch the Christmas calendar and we get gifts and stuff, and then you just enter January and there is nothing. There is no decorations, there is no lights, there is no gifts, there is no calendar to watch in TV. And then it's just gray and cold and stuff. So it's nice in December and then it's just empty in January. We need to keep each other happy in January as well. Keep the mood high. It is a lot to bring over in a suitcase. I think I a few times have had to buy an extra suitcase in America to bring stuff home. One time I filled a whole cabin suitcase with M&Ms. I brought all sorts of different M&Ms for a birthday thing. So instead of Danish candy and stuff, I just lined up all the different M&Ms things. Yeah, it was a lot of M&Ms, and it was a heavy bag, but it was fun. I still really enjoy the minty ones. At least it was well, I did that kind of last time, but that I didn't have to buy a carrier for it because I had left the carrier in America before Corona that I could then bring home. So there's that. Don't out me as the criminal I am, and okay, so I guess we should also maybe start to round off. You know nothing. So I have on my list English podcast in 2026. And more talks, the members club. I think that's some great goals, achievable goals. That's true. I've never been behind bars. So, but I think it's bad to say you're not criminal because you didn't get caught. I think that might be bad in other areas at least. It turns out actually when I brought home the 2 cats last year that Andreas was very sweet about it. He never said anything, and I did not actually think he got upset about it, but he has admitted to me a few months ago that he actually did get upset. But he was very good at hiding it, and now he says to everybody that wants to listen that the cats is his, so he has forgiven me for my smuggling in an extra kitty. He was not upset. Like, I think he would have been more upset if I brought home a dog or something. But he was a little bit like, you said you were going to bring home one cat. We agreed on one cat, and then you bring home an extra one without telling me. He was apparently a little bit annoyed, but a good sportsman person who hid it very well for me. So, and now he's like, it's my cats. So we have an agreement that he can't kick me out because then he will lose the cats, and he don't want that. I think, I mean, I've kind of been damaged with the whole thing. Staying together for the cats, yes. Where we say the podcast episodes is an hour long, so my brain is automatically like, "Ooh, I've been talking for an hour, then we have to close down." I think that's a good argument, and maybe I will use that actually, because he does say it's his cats, but they are in my name. So if he actually kicks me out, then they are coming with me. But it's a good argument that I don't have any pets right now because he says it's his pets. Then maybe I can get the dog. He says there is a bigger chance of us getting a fourth cat than me getting a dog, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I really want a dog again. That would be nice. But he's not convinced. Probably also should be living in a house, getting a dog, and we can't afford that right now. Housing prices is insane, especially when one of us doesn't really earn that much money. And bank people don't want to lend money to people that does comedy. They don't understand it. Yeah, I wish I could put down for 2026 that it was a goal to get a dog, but I don't think that's gonna fly either. Unless there are questions or something, then I'm actually thinking that this is the live for today. Then we have tried it, and it was fun, and we will do more of that next year. Maybe at some point Instagram will have enough followers so I can do it there as well. It was a little bit annoying figuring out that I was having too small account for it. So, yay! So remember to go to the bathroom when you need to pee, and drink water and stuff. It was good to talk to you as well. I was gonna say seeing you, but I've only seen your picture. But it was nice, and I'm very happy that people showed up, so I wasn't sitting here talking to myself all alone. So thanks, guys. Thank you, Anna, and let's stay in touch on social media. Bye, guys. Thank you.